Good morning, good afternoon. Jeremy Marquez here, jmarqeting. I call, you close more real estate listings. We are getting ready for our live event. So before I start the live event now here, I am going to talk to you a little bit about what we got going on. So if you guys haven't seen me before, I'm Jeremy Marquez with jmarqeting. I call, you close more real estate listings, and I work with realtors and brokers nationwide in regards to cold calling, appointment setting, lead nurturing, relationship building, and that type of thing. Okay, let me make sure I can find the live here. I want to get everything set up and share it a few places, and then we'll get rocking and rolling. So realtors and brokers will hire me to do prospecting and appointment setting. So I work with a few top realtors and brokers nationwide. And then I also do coaching, training, and consulting when it comes to getting you guys set up or training your assistants, training your agents, that type of thing. So I am available for that. We would set up some sort of a system or a program, and I can come out to your location. We'll figure all of that out, or we can do it all virtually. So my main focus is working with realtors and brokers and setting up appointments, okay? I cold call and other forms of prospecting, text, email, that type of thing. And things are going great. August has been a fantastic month. I just moved into my new office here. I'm in downtown Sacramento in WeWork, which is a co-working type space, okay? And things are great, guys. And I've set a lot of appointments this month. A lot of these appointments that I've set, things, and that's what it's all about. We're helping lots of homeowners. So I help realtors and brokers help their clients. So I'm kind of a middleman, I guess you can say, in regards to what I do. So I'm not going to talk too much to the camera this morning. I'm going to do more. I'm going to focus a lot on the calls. It is 10 a.m., 1 p.m. on the East Coast. We're going to start with our West Coast, our San Diego campaign, and then make some calls, and then we'll switch over to our Tampa campaign. I'm going to be with you guys for a couple hours this morning. If for some reason the feed gets disconnected or I restart it, we'll simply just start a new one here in a little bit. Give me a moment while I make sure everything's set up properly. In the meantime, if you guys have questions, comments, just want to say hello, please use the chat box to do that. Getting all the technical stuff set up. I already have the dialer already locked in. We're going to be calling from the We're going to be using the Vulcan7 prospecting platform. Put a few links in the chat. There's lots of my work that I have created, making calls and different dialing sessions there on my link tree, as well as a link to my calendar. Hope everybody's having a good morning so far. It is getting to be the end of August here, guys. This month has flew by. So it was just after 10 a.m. We got the live going, got the dialer all logged in, just setting everything up to make sure that everybody who wanted to come in and hang out is able to. Just started a watch party as well. So let me show you guys what we got going here. This is the look of the Vulcan7 platform before I set up a dial session. Okay, box here. Now, if you guys already have an assistant or a team that does your cold calling and prospecting, I am doing some consulting, or if you want to do it on your own and not hire a service like mine, I'm able to help you guys get set up with different platforms and recommendations, as well as ongoing, like a weekly coaching call type thing. That out here soon as well. And again, if you guys have questions on that or want to talk details on that, we can just hop on my calendar, and I'm going to put a link into the chat for that. So I'm posting this a few other places to make sure that everybody wanted to come in and hang out is able to. I'm putting a link to my Calendly link so you guys can access that. Okay, I think we're about ready to start making some calls here. And so, like I said, guys, we're going to be calling in the San Diego market. San Diego is the most competitive market, period. Lots of realtors, lots of brokers, lots of prospectors going after the same type of data. The average price point is about $1 million. And so we'll have less conversations, but the whole idea is to be able to, find somebody that still wants to sell, so they're motivated to sell. They don't for sure have a realtor or broker that they're going to list with, okay? So there's an opportunity for my client. And they're willing to actually meet and talk about getting the property listed. And so my goal is to set up an appointment for my clients to go meet with them face to face On average, my clients are getting, 3 or more listing appointments every week. And my requirement on my end is I'm working with realtors and brokers that are top notch, that can meet face to face and convert. You should be able to at least convert 1 out of those 3 on a weekly basis. Probably 2, maybe even 3. And so do the math, average price point, let's just say $300,000. A listing commission on that gross is going to be about $9,000. So if I'm able to help you produce that 2 or 3 times a month, it's a huge return on investment. And the teams that I'm working with, that's what we're working towards. Now, in a market like San Diego, where the price point's $1 million average, you don't necessarily have to have as many to be able to see that return on investment, right? So, but all I do on the front end is I can connect the dots, create the relationship, and then from there, it's up to my teams that I work with to be able to convert, right? Which is why I align myself with only that have closed deals on average 2 to 3 a month, and they're very good face to face, not so good on the phone, or they're just too busy to be on the phone, right? So I don't see any need for haste or waste. Let's go ahead and start the dialer, and we'll get to it. All right. So the connectivity is a lot better when I live from my phone compared to my actual laptop. By a show of hands or in the comments, how many realtors and brokers do we have in here that are actively prospecting and cold calling expireds, canceled, for sale by owners, or even geo leads to be able to create relationships and create listings? About 20% of transactions that are done nationwide come from prospecting. And so doing what I do. All right, guys, let's go. Thumbs up that you can hear everything. $2.1 million. So in the remarks, it says, do not request seller. That's the past agent trying to protect her listing. All right, on to the next. Oh, there's a third number to dial. So I'll show you the actual dial box. Straight comes directly from the MLS, and then the contact information comes from tax and title records, as well as other sources that Vulcan7 provides. So the platforms provide the leads, the dialer, and contact management, which is it's a 3-in-1. There's all other bells and whistles, but for the most part, those are the 3 main things that these prospecting platforms provide. This is a for sale by owner here.
sunny in California. Thank you for calling Best Rate Home Lending. You've reached Sully Medane, owner, broker, senior consultant. Please leave a brief message, your name and number, and I would love to get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you.
And Sully, Jeremy Marquez calling you from Luke Wasalu's office. Had a question about your unit on Capistrano. Looks like you took it off the market. So when you get this, if you can give me a call back, 483-1170, 619-483-1170. Now there isn't a voicemail that I have built into the system, but sometimes I leave a manual message.
Hello.
Hi, this is Jeremy calling for Nathan Reed. Is the property you're selling still available, or did you guys get it sold?
Today's the last day I'm showing it, and then I'm going to shut the doors and start getting back to people.
Gotcha. Well, I work with the local realtor, Luke Wasalu.
Cool.
Are you open to talking to realtors that possibly have a buyer? Now, when you say shut the doors, that means that any offers you accepted, you're going to choose from that, or you're not selling it? What did you mean exactly? I didn't understand.
I'm going to stop showing the property at that point. I've already had a lot of people come and see it, so I think, for me, I'd rather just, because I live here and I have roommates that live here, so I'm going to show the property for 5 days, 6 days, basically, and then go from there.
Maybe saying?
It's not a hassle, it's just, it impedes on the quality of life for my tenants here, so.
Yeah, I get it.
I don't want to show.
So if we had a buyer, or do you have a set commission that you're offering, or what are you doing with that?
So can you repeat that?
Yes, are you offering the standard 3% if we brought a buyer, or what are you offering?
I'm negotiating for 2 to 2.5%.
Okay. Well, I work with, like I said, Luke Wasalu. We work with a lot of buyers and sellers. Now, my final question, and I'll move on from here, is that if you can't get it done with the people that have been looking and the offers that you have, do you have a realtor that you would list with to get it sold?
Yes, I already do.
Great. And what's your time frame before hiring that individual?
There isn't one. I may not. I'm going to see what the offers come in at and feel it out.
Okay. Gotcha. Fair enough, Nathan. Now, if, like I said, you couldn't get it done on your own before hiring that realtor or broker, would you be open to interviewing our team to see what we would do different?
Not unless you guys were taking less than 1% with a full service.
Gotcha. I'm going to let Luke know you said that. And if we have any... And at the same time, if he's willing to work without that number, he'll probably reach out. But I'm not the commission guy. I can't really talk about that, but I'll put that in the notes.
Sounds good.
All right, Nathan, good luck on getting it sold, man.
Great. Thanks a lot.
Bye. All right, guys. So you heard it from Nathan himself. He's not quite interested yet. FSBO, basically, he's only working with buyers and only 1% on the listing side. So not really our ideal type for sale by owner client. Good morning to whoever's just viewed. Hey, Chris, my buddy Chris in the Bay. So as far as scripts, they're really talking points, guys, and I use a combination.
Hi, this is Wally. I'm on right now. Please leave a message.
Combination of some of the Brandon Mulrenin, some of the Barino, some of the Ricky Carruth, some of the old Mike and Tom Ferry.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi.
Hi, I was calling about the house you're selling.
Okay, who is it speaking?
I'm Jeremy, assistant to Luke Wasalu at Coldwell Banker.
Okay, Jeremy, how are you?
Doing fantastic. How are you?
Yeah, good. How can I help you?
I was calling to see how we can help you.
All right, let's hear.
Well, no sales pitch or anything like that. I'm just curious to see if you're working with realtors if they brought you a buyer.
Oh, yeah.
Any offers?
So are you calling? So how do you find out my listing?
Good question. We have an assistant team that scrubs different sources for sale by owners.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this listing is on the market now.
Oh, who have you listed with?
It's because I'm also the owner with license, and I decided to put it on the market.
I see. So we did not see that. I'll have to talk to my assistants because they're supposed to scrub that stuff. So you're the listing agent as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there would be no need to ask you the follow-up question then. So I will let the team know that you're working with buyer's agents if they have a buyer. And other than that, let's see here. You're asking $428, right?
Correct.
Okay. Anything that we should know about the unit?
It's all on the MLS. You can check it out.
Oh, you're not very talkative this morning, are you?
Yeah, because I'm on the road right now, and I'm heading to a listing, and I don't have much time. So yeah, check it out, okay? And the MLS. Oh, I forgot the MLS number, but you can check on the property address, and the information is in there.
I will do that. Thank you for the information. On to the next. I need some coffee, guys. Who wants to bring me some coffee? What's going on, Robert? Just sitting here making cold calls, grinding away. Okay, give me one moment and we'll get on to the next one here. Trying to find the watch party that I started. I can't find it anywhere. Oh well, that's all technical stuff. I'm not really worried about that. Let's get on to the next call, right?
Hello.
Hi, this is Jeremy with Coldwell Banker West, calling about your unit you're selling.
Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
Good. Just packing up and leaving a weekend family party. My name is Mary.
Hey, Mary. I'm Jeremy.
Hello.
It's a mobile home?
How can I help you? Huh?
It's a
The
mobile...
mobile home, yes.
Okay.
So, Jeremy, let me just give you the lowdown real quick.
Thank you.
So, it is for sale, and but the tenants are going to be vacating at the end of the month, so in the next couple of days.
Okay.
So it's not ready to be shown yet, and it's still available. So I'm not really, of course, taking any offers. Nobody would take make an offer sight unseen. But I am forming an interest list to show as soon as I get it vacated.
Are you working with realtors that bring you a buyer?
Of course.
And if you can't get it sold on your own in a certain period of time, do you plan to hire one to help you list it?
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be necessary. I have quite an interest right now already.
Okay. Well, I don't want to take too much of your time.
Really...
What I'll do is I'll note everything that you told me. I'll let Luke, our team lead, know, and we'll reach out if we have a buyer.
Perfect. And then the space rent is going to be $900. And we did get the park owner to guarantee to a 5-year lock on the space rent. So the guaranteed rent won't go up for 5 years.
I was going to ask about that. Do you own the land or is it in a park?
No, it's in a park. It's the Muncie Great Village.
Okay.
It's a pretty unique park. It's pretty cool.
Why are you guys selling?
To do any drive-bys. 50 viewers, Hottest. Okay.
What?
Sorry, we're a little bit of mayhem here.
Why have you decided to sell it?
Huh?
Why have you decided to sell it?
Oh, it's a good time to sell. It's my sister that owns it, and I'm trying to get her to retire. I'm her assistant. And she just has a few too many properties. And I think it's a seller's market right now. I think it's a good time.
Sure, it makes sense.
So, but Jeremy, you can text me if you have any questions or buyers that want to see it, or I can let you know when it be available.
Okay, you have a great family trip.
Thank you. Have a good rest of the weekend.
Okay.
Bye. Bye, brother.
So it's a mobile home, guys. I didn't want to go too much into that because we don't necessarily work with mobile homes, and it's only 100. We're just going to move on to the next with that one, right? So this is going to be a for rent by owner. So it's an investor. So that's one I already called before. Let me see here. For some reason, these are mixed in. I don't want to be calling these. These are some of my follow-ups. Give me 1 second here, guys. I'm going to switch up the campaign real quick. This is one of the people I just called trying to call me back. So I'm going to load up all of the new contacts that were expired or for sale by owner today, and we'll start calling on those. All right, let me go ahead and dial in and we'll get going again. Let me try. I'm just setting up the audio here to make sure that everything's set up properly. And then we'll get to dial in here. All right, here we go. So these are brand new expireds or canceled listings.
Hello. Please state your name after the tone.
So they came off the market today, either expired or canceled, okay?
Hello?
Hi, it's Jeremy with Coldwell Banker West.
I'm sorry, who are you looking for?
I'm Jeremy with Coldwell Banker West. I was calling for Ziying Yang.
How do you spell it? Seems like it's wrong. How do you spell the name?
Last name Yang, first name Zixiang.
Yeah, this is not him. You got the wrong number.
Well, I was calling to speak with the owner of a property on Ruet Alante. Do I just have bad info?
Yeah, I'm not him. Or her. I don't know.
Okay.
Who this person is.
Have a good morning.
All right.
On to the next. So this is a 850,000 expired listing. If you guys are just joining, please do me a favor and give this a like and a share. It'd mean the world to me if you were able to do that with my live stream.
Please leave your message for...
All right, let's move on to the next. This is a $830,000 expired listing.
Hello?
Good morning, it's Jeremy with Coldwell Banker West.
How can I help you?
I was trying to reach Mr. Sherwood. Do I have the right number?
Well, how can I help you?
Well, first, I need to know if I'm speaking to Mr. Sherwood. I'm not trying to be difficult. Is that the right number?
That's the right number.
Well, you were listed with Marilyn, one of our other agents with your property, and I was seeing if you still wanted to get it sold.
Well, we don't know yet. We're looking over things.
I work for Luke Wasalu, and he would like to show you some different and new things that he would do to get it sold while you're making that decision process.
Well, maybe later, but not right now.
No, I didn't mean right now. I'm his assistant, and what I was hoping to do is just set up a time for you to meet him this week to show you what he would do differently before you make that decision, Mr. Sherwood.
No, we don't have any free time this week. Sorry.
Well, don't be sorry. Let's just figure out a time that would work for you.
Well, just you can give us a call a little bit later, but not today.
So what time should I call you tomorrow? All right, guys. So that's a potential right there. So he is frustrated. The property didn't sell. They're trying to figure out what they're going to do. And so what I'll do here is put him in for a call back over the next couple of days, and then set up a time for him to meet with Luke. So that's the thing with expireds and canceled listings. You know, they had plans for the property to sell. It didn't get sold. They're frustrated. They don't really know what they're going to do. And so that's the ideal potential client there, prospect, because my goal is to set up a time for him to meet with Luke so Luke can show him, and then from there to earn his business and get the listing. So I'm going to put him for a follow-up every couple of days until we're able to either get an answer one way or the other, right? So that right there is a lead. It's a nurture. So I'm going to download the hot sheet, which is like the PDF with all of the lead information, and then I will put it on calendar and follow up with him every couple of days until we're able to set up a time for him to meet with Luke. And he was very short, but at the same time, he showed interest and motivation to be able to sell. And so we'll continue to follow up with that one. Give me one moment here while I make sure I have everything set up properly. I need to, so that's the Sherwoods. Okay. Let's take a look at that property real quick. Zillow. Let's look at the pictures here. That's okay. We don't really need to see pictures. So my process with that is I'm going to shoot Mr. Sherwood a text message because we just spoke to him. With Luke on it. And then we give him a follow-up every couple of days and just nurture that and hopefully be able to set up a time to meet, right? So I'm sending him a text message right now via Google Voice. Just basically getting him all of our contact information and a link to our website so you can see who we're talking to. So I'll just put a link to the website. Once again, guys, we just converted a cold lead into a warm nurture. That's an $800,000 expired listing. So I put a link to Luke's website as well as a link to some of the marketing that we do, which is a pretty, when I say we, I mean Luke. All right, text message is sent. Callback is set up in Google and in Vulcan, and then we'll just move on to the next one. Hey, good morning, Tommy. So again, that is a $800,000. Let's take a look at the property real quick. Do a quick Google on it. I'm curious to see what that property looks like. You guys want to see? Take a look at the street view. Okay. So that's what $800,000, $900,000 gets you down in San Diego. In the Sacramento region, that'd be worth, about $350, $400,000. So, all right, on to the next.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic.
And I typically don't leave voicemails, guys. I do have a system to where voicemails are built into Vulcan and all these other prospecting platforms, but I rarely leave a voicemail. Tommy, how's everything going this morning, my man? Okay, so we're getting to be at about 10:42. I've been on the dial there about a half an hour or so. Really only had 2 conversations. Both of them were decent. One was a mobile home, 150,000, not really our ideal type listing. And the next one was a $800,000 off-market listing, expired, that converted into a warm lead. So he just said he was busy, didn't really have the time. He was frustrated. I can hear it in his voice. So we put him in there as a nurture and just follow up. That's all we can do. And we set it and forget it. So put it in the system and then move on to the next, guys. The whole idea is to keep building on top. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that the live stream is shared a few other places. All right, let's continue on in the dialer. So this is a $2.9 million expired listing. It's a big boy. So we'll make a little extra effort to try to get a hold of somebody here.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 858229523.
We're going to go back. There's about 5 numbers for this contact, and I'm going to call a few times to see if we can get a hold of anybody. Let's take a look at the photos here, if there are any. It's interesting, you know, this is only, the current owners just bought it 2 years ago, and
999971802 is not available.
let me show you guys the photos. This property is amazing. Very nice. Once again, guys, we are calling in the San Diego market right now. Gonna dial in San Diego for another half an hour or so before switching up to Florida. Right now we're calling on a $2.9 million expired listing. That's about a $90,000 commission. You do one of those a month, you're doing pretty good, right?
How can I help you?
Good morning, Jeremy Marquez, Coldwell Banker West, calling for the DeLucas.
You got the wrong number.
Oh, I apologize.
It's okay.
She sounded like she was going to say something, so I wasn't trying to talk over her, right? Give me 1 second here, guys. Okay, moving on to the next. This is a $1 million expired listing. Looks like it's a condo or an apartment.
East, and then
Hello?
I-805 is on the right.
Hello?
I'm gonna call right back. Her voicemail came on. So I'm going to dial for about 10 more minutes in this campaign. It's about 10:50 now, so we'll keep going till about 11. And then at 11, take a short break and then come back and do some more dialing. But we'll switch campaigns and we'll switch markets over to the Florida market. Right now, we're making calls in San Diego. We're calling expireds, canceled, for sale by owners. So far, we've converted one cold lead to a warm nurture. And it's a great morning so far. Hope everybody's morning is going well. So this is listed at 999,000. Okay, this is another canceled listing, 680,000. Okay, this is a $1.1 million. So it's canceled. They took it off the market. Give me 1 second. Somebody that I just called probably calling me back. I'm going to let my machine get that. On to the next. I'm going to stand up here. Motion creates emotion. Okay, this is a for rent by owner. Another for rent by owner. All right, guys, so it is getting to be 10:55. Been on the dialer about an hour or so. Able to create one warm nurture that we'll follow up with in a couple of days. And then what I'm going to do is take a short break and we'll start a live here again as soon as I get back from the break. We will switch up campaigns. So we're going to switch over to the Florida market. Right now we're dialing in San Diego. And so I will come back just after 11. You guys stay tuned. I'm going to put a link to let's see here. This is where the live will be, most likely, but I'll share it a few places. Okay, guys, I'll be right back. Again, guys, I'm Jeremy Marquez with jmarqeting. I call, you close, more real estate listings. Thank you for those that have joined so far. I'll be back within about 15 minutes after a short break, switch everything up, and we'll continue on dialing.